Hey guys, it's Flip. Today I'm going to unbox and review this 26-inch self-propelled 80-volt battery lawn mower sold by PowerSmart. This is model number PS76826SRB. I'm going to show you how to assemble this mower out of the box. We'll go over all the specs and then we're going to put it to the test and I will give you some pros and cons after using it. Let's get into it. So in all transparency, PowerSmart did send me this mower to review, but I'm going to put it to the test and be very honest and give you my thoughts about it like I always am on this channel. Right out of the box, it looks like one of the hooks that would hold a wire is broken. It looks like there's the same thing on this side and it's holding a wire, so hopefully you just don't need this one on this side, but if we do, that one's broken. At the end of this video, after testing it out, I'll go over some positives and negatives of the mower. Just a side note, beware if you think there's a chance you might want to return this mower, don't destroy the box like I am when you take out the mower. It does have a warning that you need the original box to make a return. So here's everything that comes in the box. With the mower, you get the 6 amp hour 80 volt battery, the charger, a manual with 2 keys, a side discharge chute, and a grass bag. Now let's go ahead and set this up. So to set this up, first we're just going to unfold the handle. Rotate that to about where you want it, and then you're going to lock down this clamp in place. So to set the height of the handle, you're basically just going to rotate this tooth block until it kind of sets in place in here, and then you're going to lock your clamp down. Now, if that is a little too hard to clamp down, you can loosen or tighten this nut right here. I'm a little concerned that these teeth are aluminum and they're just going to be biting into these plastic ridges. We'll see how well that holds up over time. Then to extend the handlebars here, you're just going to unlock these clamps, pull the handle out, and then lock this back in place. The mower will not run without the handles all the way extended. And it looks like the battery came with 2 indicator lights of charge. So let's go ahead and throw that on the charger. Then we'll test it out. So we've got a green flashing light that it's charging. It looks like when we get to a solid green, it'll be fully charged. Let's take a look underneath just to check out the deck and the blades. So we're going to put this down. So here is the underside of the deck, and it looks like all the way across it is measuring at about 27 inches, but it actually has a cutting width of about 26 inches. It's a dual blade. Each blade looks to be about 12.5 inches or so. So let's put this back upright and we'll check out the controls. This mower has 3-in-1 mowing capabilities, so you can use it as a mulcher right as it comes out of the box, or you can lift up that mulching cover and you can attach a side discharge chute, and you can side discharge if your grass is on the longer side, or if you want to bag your grass, you can remove that side discharge chute. Then you will need to remove the mulching plug in the back. Then you can attach your grass bag. It has a single height adjustment lever, so with this one lever you can adjust the whole deck, and you can adjust it down from 1.18 inches all the way up to 3 inches. There is also a washout port on the deck for cleaning under the deck. So to start the mower, you have to install the battery and the security key. So you just lift up on the hood, push it in all the way till it clicks like that, and you'll see that red clip pop up. Then you have to insert the security key. Now to remove that battery, you just pop up on this clip, and that will allow the battery to come out. Now, as far as the controls go, you have 2 levers here. One activates the blades and will start the mowing, and one activates the self-propel. So we'll engage the drive just like that. Now on the front of the control panel here, you have two buttons. One is the headlights and one is the power button. Now in order to engage the blades, you have to hold in that power button and then squeeze in on this handle. In the middle right here, you have a speed control dial, and that will adjust the speed that the mower moves in self-propel. So here is that speed control knob. This is all the way down on low. This would be all the way up on high. Again, here is low. And here is high. Alright, so now we'll finally get into some mowing, and we're going to start out with a long grass test, and I'll go into a little bit more detail why I'm doing that here in a minute. But while I'm showing you the mower in action, I'm going to go over a few more of the specs with you. So again, this mower is self-propelled and it is rear wheel drive. The front wheels are 8 inches, the back wheels are 10. It comes with a 3-year warranty. Well, let me say the box says 3 years, the website says 2, so I'm not sure which one is accurate. With the battery, the unit weighs 76 pounds. Right here, you're going to see that the mower gets a little bit bogged down, and I have to clean out the discharge chute, which is not uncommon when you're cutting grass that is this wet and long. 4,200 RPM is your blade speed without a load on the motor. So one thing here is that it has rained for several days in a row and I haven't been able to cut the grass, and this mower will only cut up to 3 inches. So typically after a bunch of rain and when the grass is really long like this, I would not cut this down to 3 inches. So this is going a little bit lower than I would like to go, and it's also the reason you saw it bogging down right there. You would typically want to cut this down to maybe 3 3/4 or 4 inches with tall fescue like this, and going all the way down to 3 inches with long grass causes some issues, as you can see. So here I'm just going over those clippings again, trying to get those chopped up into smaller pieces to get this looking nicer. While I'm doing that, I'll give you a couple more specs. So again, it has an 80-volt battery that is 6 amp hour, and that battery has a 90-minute charge time, and it has a 45-minute advertised run time. Of course, that run time can vary based on a lot of different factors. It is definitely not going to last that long when cutting grass like this. That is typically when it is cutting in ideal conditions. Ideal conditions is typically when you are doing a maintenance cut and cutting no more than 1/3 of the blades off of the grass. So this has got some nice power and it's cut in a nice big wide area. The one issue I have is that the drive control is basically cruise control. So once you activate the blades and pull in on the drive handle, you can let go and basically drive this one-handed. Now, the con of that is that when you go to turn around, there is no way to shut off the drive motor. So when you get to the end of a strip, the only way to turn around is to let go of the blade controls and shut off the whole mower, or you just have to kind of wrestle it around and turn it with the back wheels turning, which can damage your yard. The only other option is when you get to where you want to turn around, you lift the back of the mower up in the air like this, so the back wheels can spin freely, but this is kind of strenuous and pretty annoying. So here I'm going to try a different mode of mowing. I have removed the side discharge chute and attached the grass bag to try to clean up some of these clippings. We'll see how long it takes to fill up that bag with how many clippings there are here. We'll also do just a little bit of tall grass mowing with that grass bag attached. Here you can see that the bag didn't get quite full because the mower was having trouble pushing this long wet grass through into the bag, but that is not too uncommon with any mower when dealing with grass this long and wet. So I'm going to give this a shot mulching, but I'm guessing it's going to struggle with how wet and long this grass is. Actually did better than I thought. This is some pretty wet, thick grass, and it's got some decent power. Went through that pretty well. But what I think I'm going to do is let this all dry out for a day or two and then knock it down with my rider. Then we'll come back and do a battery time test when the grass is a little bit more manageable and it's just maintenance. So this is a couple weeks later. I am cutting the front yard, and I still wouldn't call this a maintenance cut exactly. This grass is a little bit longer than I would have liked for this battery test. It is about 5 inches long, even up to around 6 inches long in some spots. The weather just kept messing with my schedule, but we'll just go ahead and see how long this battery lasts, cutting this down to 3 inches. While showing you this cut, I'll go over some pros and cons after using this mower for a few weeks. So the first pro is that this mower is extremely easy to assemble out of the box. It's also super easy to switch between mowing styles. You can switch between bagging, mulching, or side discharging in just a matter of seconds. And then it's obviously got that bigger deck, so this is going to allow you to make less passes and get done with your mowing faster. The biggest cons for me, first of all, you cannot see the battery light while using it, so you don't know how much battery life is left until it dies on you. Then you have the whole situation where you have to disengage the blades and turn the whole mower off to stop the drive motor. Unless you want to lift the back wheels up in the air every time, this makes changing directions pretty inconvenient. Then you have the whole height issue. This mower only cuts up to 3 inches. And with me having tall fescue, that is not ideal. Now, some people will cut tall fescue down to that low just because they don't like cutting their grass as much. I personally don't like the look of it. It gives the grass kind of a brown tint, and it's not as healthy for the grass. So after one pass, I decided to do a cross cut, which I normally do in the front, and this is about where the mower died. In total, it lasted about 35 to 40 minutes, somewhere in there. I think it would have lasted closer to that 45 minutes time that is advertised if the grass had been a bit shorter. So my front yard is about 2,000 square feet, and here you can see I was able to cut the whole yard once, and maybe a little less than half of it a second time with that cross cut. So I'll let you make the decision if this mower is any good or not based on what I have showed you in this video. I think ultimately this mower would be best for people with smaller yards that you can cut in a half hour or less, who want to save time with the bigger deck and the dual blades that this mower has. It's also obviously best for people with grasses meant to be cut 3 inches or shorter. So that is it. Hopefully this video helped you out if you are shopping for lawnmowers. If it did, please hit the like button for me and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.